This is Virtuous Desi. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I have a guest today, Natasha Connell. Connell. Did I say it right?
No, it's okay. Everybody says it. It's Connell.
Mm-hmm. And she is my ballet teacher, adult ballet teacher, and I've been waiting to interview her. She's such an inspiration to me in my life, and I'm so in love with her class.
Oh.
Yay! So I wanted to ask her some questions about her journey as an adult ballerina. So my first question is how you got started in ballet, what kind of happened where you drifted from it, and what drew you back?
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure, and I love having you in my classes.
Yay!
I had a very traditional beginning as a kid that did ballet specifically because I'm half Russian, and that's just kind of like something you do. But, the stereotypes are true, okay? But I actually really loved it, and I got accepted at this time I had moved to Venezuela, but I got accepted in the government school, which was very hard to get into, and it was a very high quality school that specialized in the Vaganova technique, and I had the potential, and I was really enjoying it, and then I became a teenager. And honestly, I don't remember exactly what was on my mind that said, okay, that's it, you're done. Mm-hmm. But that's how it was. Literally one day, I started when I was about 8 or 7.
Okay.
And then I quit when I was 14. I just said, Mom, I don't want to go anymore. And I think part of it is the fact that the teachers were not very encouraging, and I feel like a lot of those teachers, they've had some kind of setback in their career, and they carry that on their shoulder. They project it onto us, and as a teenager, you're super insecure and sensitive, and it just, I don't know, it was a combination of things. So
yeah, it usually is.
I drifted away from it, and in a way, I always think what it would have been like if I didn't quit, because I did have the potential. But then I'm glad that my life turned out the way it is, because I've had a lot of other experiences that I wouldn't have had if I stayed. So I've been, I started in the U.S. Army. I was a skydiver. I went to fashion design school. I got a master's degree in psychology. And I've never done those things. And now my body is still good, so I can still dance.
So you're a soldier, tattooed, psychology major, ballerina.
Something like that.
You can't beat that.
And let me just tell you a little bit about why I came back and why it was so great. When I was in the Army, this was about 6 years ago, I was just going through a really dark time mentally. I was just getting out of a really toxic relationship, and I was just dealing with some issues with myself, self-discovery, I guess, but it was the dark part of that. So I started learning about personal growth and ways to improve yourself. And all the teachers basically said, all the people that I was reading that knew about how to improve your life, all the roads led to find something that you can do for happiness, for joy, not for money or any other reason, but just to what makes you feel happy.
That's good.
Do it. So I was all right, well, ballet makes me happy. Yeah, I always did. In between, I took a few classes here and there, but I always felt okay, that makes me happy. So I started doing it, and as I started doing it, it literally lifted away that darkness, and I just started feeling I'm okay. I'm really okay. And from that point, my life started to change. Everything that I wanted to happen started to happen. And all the bad emotions that I felt kind of dissipated. And of course, personal growth is a lifelong thing. But that was my beginning to...
A game changer for you.
Big game changer.
Yeah, big shift.
So after doing it for a couple of years, apparently I still had it. A lot of the teachers told me as an adult you still have really good potential for growth. So I decided to start teaching. because I also felt like I couldn't just keep this to myself. I had to share it.
Share it.
Share it with the world.
Ballet children like me.
Yes, I want to make a lot of ballet babies.
Yes.
Adult babies. Yeah. But yes, and I love my students. They're amazing, and seeing them grow, like seeing them have sometimes a weight lifted off their shoulders when they dance. Yeah. That's like life.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Well, you're such a joy, and it's so amazing how things just kind of come together, and like all your life experiences lead up into something that's so much bigger than yourself, that you can impact other people. And that's how I try to live my life, and I think that's so amazing how all that works out. You know, through all the bad, through all the pain, it leads into something where you can bless someone else and feed into someone else's life and help them grow.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I truly feel like, you know, it has been like the hero's journey. Like, I have gone through the dark parts, and I learned a lot of stuff along the way, and then I kind of figured out how to put the light back in it and share it with others, because ultimately I think that in our life, if we don't share what we learn, what we experience, like the way we envision things to be, if we don't share that with the world, we are being selfish. So even, you know, even if I don't know, won the lottery tomorrow and I had like $10 million, I would still teach a ballet class, because I think that's what gives me joy, is to share.
Yes, and I feel the same way about all forms of dance. I just feel like it makes me feel alive. So.
Well, and dancing itself is a form of sharing, because when you're dancing, like in the case of dancing for an audience, you're giving of your soul to them in your movements. So that's also a way of giving.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and letting me use her beautiful set here. And yay! So you will see the journey. We are going to go get point shoes in a few days. So by the time you see this video, I'll have my point shoes. So you know, I'll be taking pictures and working really, really hard. And my teacher will be there with me along the way. So yay! Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe this video for more awesome content from Transit. What's the name of your?
My YouTube channel that's just coming out. My birthday is July 7th. It's called The Loft Ballerina.
Loft Ballerina.
And my website and Instagram is called @transcendnormal.
Yes.
Why? Because transcendence is what you get with ballet. And
so the Loft Ballerina.
It's the YouTube.
It's going to be her YouTube, so please like and subscribe her as well. And I appreciate all of my viewers.
Wait, aren't you going to ask me about my cat?
I gotta ask her about her cats. So tell me about your cat.
Well,
tell us.
So I think we should make this like a standard question in our.
I know. That's so
ask
cool.
people about their cats. So I have 3 cats. 2 of them came with my husband. Actually, no, 1 of them my husband had him. His name is Ghost. He's awesome.
Really sweet.
He is a big dude. He's fluffy. He's about 16 years old.
Yeah.
And about 20-something pounds. And he's the grandfather. Then when my husband and I met, we had a roommate that had gotten a kitten, but then he had to leave. So we kept that kitten. That was 6 years ago. And his name is Skippy Jones.
Skippy Jones.
He's Ghost. He might show up. And then, so he's a Ghost, little younger friend. And then there is our new child, Darwin. He's like a little black panther.
Yeah.
He's super cool. He's the friendliest little guy.
He is very friendly.
Like, he will let you hold him like a baby, and he purrs, and he's just super sweet. Yeah. And the other cats are still kind of like on the fence about him, but I think they're gonna get along.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah. And I also have 2 dogs.
Yes.
Scandal, the Yorkie, and Lola, the winter dog.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing about your cats. We gotta have some cat shares.
Yes.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, you sweeties.
Yay.